not be talking to the police chief, but going through the mayor. And a comment that Mr. Pepitone said that he is trying to leave the rest of council out and just dealing with you and the mayor has me a little bit disturbed.
I didn't say I was trying to do the council out. What I stated was, that email was in response to the council meeting. The questions that I had, I did not want to throw out at the council meeting out of respect for the chief. But I didn't want it to appear as if I was blindsiding him with a bunch of questions. So what I did was, I sent an email to just the chief and the mayor and didn't involve the whole council, because I wanted to
But
meet
that's
with
not
them.
how that's supposed to work. You're supposed to address everything to the mayor, and
It
the mayor is
was
supposed to
a
deal with all
conversation
of
that I wish to
council.
have with the chief and the mayor.
That is what happened 3 years ago, and that was the problem
I'm not
with some of the
concerned
other
with what happened
council.
3 years ago. I'm concerned about crime in my community and my kids playing in front of my
Well, this lady
That
over,
concerns me.
this lady over here is
But
concerned
you're
it's
talking to
going
me.
back.
You're talking to me.
I'm sorry, are you gonna let me?
Go right
This
ahead.
lady,
I'll say what you want.
said that she's concerned about things going back to the way it was 3 years ago.
Right.
And that's what's happening by you isolating the rest of council and just talking
Yeah.
to whomever you wish to speak with.
No, that's not what happened. The problems here 3 years ago were far worse than they are now. And I'll give the chief and the mayor credit for fixing it. I have no problem doing it. My concern is right now. My concern is crime right now.
Well, I'm sorry, I missed the beginning of the meeting. Is there a big issue with crime? I know it's up 43%.
I can't go back and do my own
I understand, but
PowerPoint.
I don't see a big issue. You explained it at the last council meeting about what the
You don't see an
stats
issue
were.
with 43% jump in crime?
Is that 10 or is that 20 or is
It's
that
62
200?
to 109.
Well, now we're down to 29%.
Now we're down to 29.
As of June
Is
30th,
it
we're
all,
down
is
to
it all
29%.
small car theft?
Can I ask you a question? And I don't know how this is set up, so don't, I was on the school board as of June 30th, and I'm not anymore. All our correspondence always had to go through everybody on council on a server that anybody could have a right to know. So when you send an email out, is it a rule? You gotta tell me if it is or isn't, I don't know. Should it go to your president of your board first, and to everybody else, then to the mayor? Or,
I've sent emails out and had it addressed to the whole council. You've done that. I've also spoken to other council members one-on-one. And I've spoken to you one-on-one.
not for a long, long time, not since we had the best issue.
So, yes, the best issue with community raised $5,000 to the best of the interest.
Right. Where you spread all kinds of other falsehoods that there was, the vests were all out of date and whatever.
Since we're going to address that, let me address that.
And then after that, we sat and we had a talk, and we came to a happy medium, and then yes, you did help raise $5,000 to the department.
The community.
Yes.
Yeah. First of all, when I was told what the expiration date on the vests were, it was a miscommunication. I told you,
Can I ask you, who you told by?
that's between me and them.
Excuse me?
That's between me and them.
See, and that's what I talk about, ma'am. When I talk about that I can't have my officers going to people on council,
I didn't say it was your officers. I didn't say it was your officers, did I?
who would ever know that our vests have an expiration date on it?
No, I didn't know what the exact date was. I know how long vests last.
So that's why I talk about it. So if you want to say
But I
that
did
wasn't
come
one
to
of
you
your
when I
officers.
said I was raising money for your vests.
Yes.
And when you came to me and said there was a problem with the expiration date, which was only off by a few months, I came before council and I apologized. I apologize to you, I apologize to the mayor, I apologize to council, in front of everybody for that mistake. Did I
Yes,
not?
you did.
I absolutely did. I have no problem apologizing for my mistakes. Now, we went on and raised $5,000. This community doesn't have a ton of money to throw away, raised $5,000 for its police department. Now, I'm not taking credit, but did I lead and set it up? I absolutely did. I don't believe that a proper thank you was ever given to this community because of political reasons. And the reason I know that is because I was given a plaque of appreciation inside somebody's living room to avoid upsetting the political balance. And that's fine. No big deal. The bottom line was we put vests on all your cops, and I believe you have a vest out of it as well. I'm not sure. Do you? Okay. All the cops got vests?
That was part of,
That's the bottom line. All this other stuff doesn't mean anything.
that was part of the grant, yeah.
Okay,
Applied for the
great.
grant, half of it came from that, half of it came from
Right, so all this stuff doesn't matter. The bottom line is you're cop at best, you're protected, and that's what I want. And
My
that's
guys,
so
my guys
misleading.
right now have the best equipment that is out there.
That's great.
We are better equipped than every car out there has the same exact stuff in it. So my officer can go from car A to car B, same stuff, and they're out running. Where 3 years ago, we were lucky to have 3 cars out here that didn't have wheels on.
Just touch on one thing Mr. Control started with. And he talked about, Mr. Control asked, what can the community do? Every community asks that. In a town like this that has such limited resources, your budget, manpower, especially with officers out, our biggest resource is our people, is our community. Now, I know I'm gonna get groans and sighs and rolls of the eye. We have a town watch in this town that has over 2,000 people on that Facebook. Now, I know Facebook as well as you. I know some people go off the rails and it turns into a complete mess. But the bottom line is you have a lot of people here that wanna get involved, and every major police department in this country works hand in hand with its town watch. Now, I don't know what the reason why the relationship was severed. I think that's something that should be revisited. Now, you absolutely should have all of the input and what you want from it, what you don't want to see from it, and you should work together, but that's a resource that's just right there in front of us. In an 8,000 resident town, what we can do.
Okay, and you have valid points, but there's history behind this. Number one, let's start out with my Facebook page. Where do I have? 1900.
Oh, I agree with that.
So it's almost the same. I bet you look at that 1900, it's probably the same 1900 that's on that page. And the other 300 that's on this page. And the other 200 that's on this page. It's 2,000 on there. So my information that Facebook, any Facebook page can take is out there. That's the same information. You go to Lower Mayfield, their town watch people gets it weekly. That's it. That's what gets posted. That's the end of theirs. Okay, we started out with, in the beginning, I sat down with Jeff. We talked several times about trying to figure out how to get this going.
Right.
And at the beginning, that Facebook page was a complete and total mess. That was an argument, back and forth, back and forth. I couldn't be part of that. And I asked her to clean that up, and she did an incredible job so far with it. It's 98% better. But nowhere can I look at that Facebook page every day. I look at all of them. And things all of a sudden will go off into different foods.
That's social media, that's what happens. I understand.
I can't put my name on it.
I didn't say you
Because
should.
because you see the way my Facebook page is. I can post it only. I can't go back and forth on mine.
As it should be.
I can't have that. But when I first got here, the mayor said, you gotta shut that down. And I went, no, we gotta use that as a tool. I went, okay. It took me a couple weeks, we put all the words in, and it stopped. But when you say to me, I don't know what your words were, that we don't have any relationship with Town Watch. We do. Well, we still do have one. Jen emailed me a couple of weeks back. Invited us to the National Night Out. Asked me if I could get the sheriffs and if I could get our new SWAT truck, which I did. So we do have a relationship, but
The relationship hasn't been severed? Is that what I'm
it's
saying?
not, we're not sitting down and I'm not answering her emails, I'm not answering her the Facebook pages, things like that. When she calls and she wants something, I make it happen for her. So we're not, but I'm not, I don't know, we're not partnering. Just like she's running her National Night Out, that's her National Night Out. But we come as guests.
Well, why wouldn't you partner if every major police department in this country is partnering with the town? They really are.
Not every. But it's,
Not every, no.
but Bill, you also gotta realize that some departments do very little. Just like Laura Mayfield, I talked to Ken Clues today, I said, what's your relationship with your town watch? He said, we put out every week, we give them a prime thing, a prime bulletin, we put that out, that's the end. So that's their relationship. So my relationship is when she has events, and Town Watch has an event, I'll supply what she asks me for. If I think it's,
What about using them, I don't know, Kurt's here, I don't want to speak for Kurt, but what about using them instead of just talking about events, what about using them to be more of your eyes and ears?
Well, that's
I'm
for
not saying-
everybody, that's
I'm not-
for every
Yes,
citizen.
of course, every citizen can do that. And I'm not talking about armed patrols or vigilantes. No, I didn't say that, I'm not talking about that. But you can still have people out there, other departments do it. And
They
they help
can-
with your manpower.
They can walk around with their dogs all night long if they want to,
Of course they could.
and call 911.
Absolutely. I think we should. Oh.
I think the town watch has made people aware to just call.
Right.
That's, even, no matter what's happening and the reasons why, it's gotten people out of their house,
Absolutely.
meeting people, caring for each other, and calling, looking out. People do. The amount of things that have been taken care of, retrieved, found, just giving people an ear to listen to. That's the biggest. I know you don't like the back and forth, but a lot of that's saving people from venting maybe directly to you. People go on there, they're a little angry about something. Remember, things aren't fixed because you came along. People still remember back. They know how things were and how things were dealt with and how some things are still going on. And it doesn't heal relationships overnight with people in the community when they were left to rot by ineffectiveness in council, past mayors, that relationship, how just ridiculous that was with lawsuits back and forth. That doesn't get fixed in a year or 2 or 3 years. It takes a lot to rebuild a community basically from the ground up again. And I think the Town Watch does do a good job of yeah, it gets a little crazy sometimes, but also is what made it, it's the largest town watch in Pennsylvania. In a town of 8,000 people that has regular, active contributions from the people on the page. That's part of what's kind of made that work as well as it has, is that people do talk to each other. If something's wrong, a resident reaches out, I'll give you a hand, I'll help you out, get it fixed. We've changed locks for people's doors when they felt they need to have their lock replaced. 5 families burned out of their house. The mayor didn't do anything for them. Council didn't. Town Watch raised up.
You don't know that. You have no idea.
No back and forth, no back and forth.
Okay, maybe they did.
How do we
But
talk just what Town Watch is
But
doing?
5 families, storage locker fulls of donations. So that's part of what the community buildup is. If something bad happened to a neighbor, who's gonna take care of them and just get it put together? Maybe it has, I read the pages too. I didn't see anything going on the pages about those kind of things. Yeah, people make jokes about the cats and the dogs being found, but that's a big part of what people worry about. If someone's $1,000 dog or family member gets returned to them, people looking out for it, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
It is a good
And
thing.
to make jokes about it is, especially coming from certain people, demeans the efforts of people in town. And I do have a question, all right? It's been used for political fodder. A couple of them sitting right over there.
Yeah, we're not doing that. You want to ask me questions?
I'm actually, right now, 3 years ago, did I fake a call about a suspicious van? Was it faked? Or were there witnesses and a person brought in for questioning? It's a yes or no. Were there other witnesses? And was it faked? Because it'll stop a lot of political bullcrap going on.
You
And it
know,
can move
for
forward.
the CLIA, I cannot answer that question. There's a whole thing to
You
that.
can't just say, yes, it actually happened, and
No, I
it
can't
wasn't
say
fake.
that.
You can't say it wasn't fake.
So we can't allow suspicious van when you
There
So you're
was- there
allowed-
was an
you're allowed-
There was an investigation
Was
by the
it
district
fake?
attorney's office.
And also by local.
Yes.
Was it fake? Was this lie being told?
What's your meaning of fake?
Did I fake a call about a suspicious van?
Was there a 911 call? Yes, there was a 911
Was there a,
call.
was a person brought in? Was it faked? This lie about being faked.
I can't get in. You know I can. You want to corner me into violating the CLIA Act.
I don't
That-
know if
I
I
cannot
don't
do
name
that.
anybody.
And I
Did I
won't do
fake
it.
it?
I won't get into that investigation.
So you're allowed
I have
your
invited,
boss.
excuse me, I have invited you and your wife to sit down with
She's
me.
emailed you and have told her, no, you can't help her.
That's a lie. I told her I would sit with her and talk with her and explain everything that happened. I do not want to embarrass you and your wife. End of story. About any of the investigation. If you guys want to sit with me, I'm more than happy.
You emailed her. She's trying to talk to you about it.
You're wrong. There's been emails going back and forth between Dave Nay, and he CCs your wife on all that.
No, this is before even he got involved in it. All right.
Here's my olive branch. I will meet with you and your wife anytime you want, and we'll discuss the investigation.
Okay. Ma'am.
Chief McCray, I want to go on record as saying that I feel this meeting was a political stunt involving the mayor.
Where's the
This-
question?
There was no question, I'm just making a statement. I believe this was a political stunt for a non-existent committee. This is a travesty. This was a travesty.
So giving
And
information out to people is a
I will
travesty.
say this, the police department still has our support, as they always have, but this was a travesty.
And I think that's a political.
This was a political stunt. This
What you're
committee
doing-
doesn't even exist.
And what you're doing is a
Excuse me,
political
I'm
stunt
leaving.
too.
I'm going on record by saying that.
Excuse me?
Wow.
Despicable.
Despicable.
Thank you, President. Thank you for answering everything I've asked, because you got my attention. I apologize for giving you information. Is there a way you can keep us updated on the progress? I know you put the staff reports out, you made a quick blurb, hey, burglaries down, just something that can catch our eyes so that we can get close. I'm not saying that.
I can do that, I just don't know on what media I gotta do that on. Whether maybe I saw that, was that about?
That's like, are you kidding me?
No.
What was that?
It was, what would you like to see it on?
Nixle.
No.
It's used in tons
Nixle
of
is
towns.
only going to be used for
Why?
emergencies. Because 800 people have signed up for emergency notifications. 200 people have signed up for the yellow and the green. You don't know anything about the yellow and green, do you?
No.
Well, that's where red is for emergencies only, yellow and green are for community notifications.
There's the alerts, there's community alerts,
Right, that's what I'm talking about, but there's red, the red are the emergencies, and
right?
then there's green and there's yellow.
Okay.
So I have found out, having a house down the shore, I have Ocean County Sheriffs. I have my Nixle message on there.
Okay.
Every day I get 3 or 4 from them, telling me the bridge is up, bridge is down, bridge is up, bridge is down, there's a corner accident. I don't want that. I want that just to be, if that thing goes off and you see that Nixle message, something's wrong. And I want you to be able to react to it.
There's a lot of things in town that were wrong and nobody knew about them.
They're not emergencies that are going to affect your life. If
Yeah,
this
they
is-
would have. A bear roaming around would affect my life. Trees down, poles down, there's a lot of things.
That's not
Townships
that's-
use them for
ma'am,
many, many issues.
That's
I
not an
don't
emergency.
understand the objection when it's not that hard to do. It's all you have to do is sign in and send it. It takes 3 minutes to do it.
It's not, I want to use that as an emergency notification.
But what
That's
if your
fine.
residents want more?
Ma'am,
Why would you object to us wanting to know a little bit more about what's going on?
Because
I'll tell you something else.
you asked me a question, let me finish.
I wasn't finished.
Okay, again, I'm sorry.
Are you aware that the people on the street that are causing most of these burglaries and thefts are usually on Nixle watching to see if anybody's aware of their surroundings and what they're doing? They use it in the, let me
My
explain.
burglars are on Nixle.
Yes, they are. Okay, I'll explain to you. The other town where I lived, when the township got together and the police sent out Nixle, be aware of so-and-so in a hoodie walking blah, blah, blah. Everybody in town was aware and they tracked him and they could find him and the police came and got him. Then they realized that they were being watched constantly, so this crime is almost nil. And you can
What
check
town- what town?
South Brunswick, New Jersey. Yes.
I don't know how you do such a thing. Well, hold on. How many police officers in South Brunswick?
How many police officers?
There's more than 2.
A whole lot.
Right. So you have people that can do that can go on
But
and...
that's why they use the Nixle, because they can communicate without having the manpower. because they had the rest of the town helping them with locating people that were suspicious.
Well, you can't do that.
Yes, you can.
You can, it's against the, I mean, it's against the constitutional rights. You can't put that out like that, it isn't. I mean, think, you're not a lawyer, I'm not a lawyer, but I know what you're allowed to do, and
I'm just looking at the alerts that I'm getting from other towns, and there were plenty of those warning people about who's walking in the neighborhood, who's doing what, and please be aware and notify us, and if you see, I get tons of them. This is all of the ones that I'm getting.
so why aren't the officers just grabbing the guys then?
They are grabbing them, and now that they don't have to use, they don't have as much crime as they did, because the criminals know they're being watched because they see it on Nixle. But if we don't have one,
So
they
if you're
know that
notifying,
nobody.
if you're notifying the criminals that were watching you,
Yeah, they go someplace else. Or they stop what they're doing. I know you don't understand.
I don't know. I'm using Nixle for emergencies only.
I understand
Everything
that.
else is going to go out on Facebook and on the webpage.
Well, the less you use Nixle, the more Facebook is going to be used because people are communicating with each other regardless. So you have no control that way.
Okay.
Why you use Facebook?
I hear what you're saying, but I just don't agree with how that's done.
I understand, but I'm looking to move forward, not to stay in the Stone Age, but use all of the new technologies that we have so that we can improve what we need to
I
do.
agree, we're not staying in the Stone Age.
One more question, George.
Yes.
I have a few actually. I understand that people would like to see more on Nixle, and can it be that their frustration is displaced on the police department when the borough could actually be part of Nixle and have other, like the public works department and that kind of thing, they could also do it? It doesn't have to go through the police department, does it?
Nixle, the Public Works Department can have their own.
Exactly, that's my point. So I'm thinking maybe the frustrations are displaced on what you're putting out when you're telling people it's only for immediate emergencies when they're in danger.
Yeah, but that's.
And they're not
that's
accepting
not
of it
what-
when they want
she's
something
thinking
else.
something wholly different.
And trees down,
Yeah.
and road closure,
Yeah.
and things.
I mean, like, everybody wanted the Nixle message sent out the morning of the shooting. I got mixed messages about that. I put that message out there, that we have this situation going on. And it's all done, all calm, there's no emergency to anybody, everybody's still in bed. But I block off a couple of blocks, people have to go around. And it really doesn't mess up their life a whole lot. But really, for a couple of blocks, it's gonna, you gotta go this way and that. It doesn't. But what happens is, it brings people down and start looking at things.
Nobody's at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, it's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, people are coming down. Oh yeah, they're gonna stop down to see what's going
Go
on.
to work, yeah.
But if there's no emergency out there, and the police department has everything well under control, and we're doing the scene,
It was on Facebook
okay.
before that.
Well, what I don't understand is, so I put it out on Nixle.
It's just a road closed. I don't have to explain more than that, we will find out later.
Yeah, well,
People would avoid it because it's just a road closed because of an accident.
well, they are, they still don't have an app yet. I contacted them the other day.
What is it?
Nixle does not have an app.
For what?
Be able to go on. You gotta go through- So it's, let's see when they come up with an app, if it's a little easier to do. Because you also gotta remember, you also gotta, if you wanna call them, they don't have an app. I talked to Brian Hum the other day, who's the sales, and it's gonna cost me money if I wanna use an app. So I know they don't have it. But you also gotta remember, we're in the middle of an investigation. I have 3 officers out there. Right? Kind of busy. And it really doesn't do anything for me to tell everybody about this thing that we have going on down there, because we have it all done, all secure, and it's a 2-block go around. But we're busy, we're doing a crime scene. So, you gotta look at it from my idea too.
Just to add to that, I think with enough council members here, I think that recommending that maybe one of the departments in the borough also have an so for that.
That was my suggestion.
Yeah, something like road closures and stuff like that.
Okay. We'll look at that.
To get more data information out there, and the message to the police department to Not to give you anybody for wanting that information, but I just think we should forward some of those.
Okay. All right, any other questions?
I push it on Facebook, just terrible.
Sir.
So it goes on.
To inform the public for say, what avenue can be used in the future to alert the public of events.
You know, that was, and this is more of an excuse than anything, that was being handled by Falls Township. We came in on the end of that. And I get notified after I got the pictures in the mail. So, should we have done something more with that? Somebody should have got something out of that.
Right.
Yeah.
But then we can leave it coming down soon.
And I don't know, I don't know that much about bears. I was supposedly a baby bear. Was anybody in danger? I mean, I don't know. Was there a difference between that and a large dog? I'm not sure, I'm sorry. I haven't had a bear in my backyard, but I mean, that's the only excuse I really have, that Falls was handling that job. And Falls, sorry to tell you, Falls doesn't have Nixle. Falls doesn't have Nixle, Falls Township. All right, everybody has my email. If you have other questions, please email me. I'll get back to you right away.
Really?
Okay?
We're gonna try.
Right to my phone.
I'm still waiting for your response.
Which one's that?
The one I sent about, the discussion with you at lunchtime,
And I sent it back to you saying, I'd like to have it with you at my office.
and I will let you know when, and I'm still waiting for when.
We'll do it next week. I'm on vacation right now. Can you tell?
It's fine.
We will sit down next week.
I'll expect you.
I did email you back. Cool. Stop in and see me.
I'm taking it.
Fine.
Fine.
Huh?
I will.
Did you find out what, is there an app on there?
Yes, it shows a Nixle app. Top. I can call the guy that I spoke with at Nixle and discuss it with him again.
That's not an app, that's not an app. That's just that's their insignia, that's on my website. Yeah, I just talked to Brian the other day and I said, are you putting an app up soon?
Right?
Oh, we're designing that and it's gonna cost you money. What?
So why do you need an app?
They need residents.
So I can go on the thing and be able to.
Well, all you would do is sign in on your internet.
George, is there anything else, or?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Wait, can I ask you a question? I just want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank the mayor and the chief for their transparency in having this meeting. I've been to many emergency services meetings in the past, and I appreciate you doing this in open forum. Thank you.
Meeting's all. Good night, everybody.
There's a real emergency.